Most experts prepare for difficult client conversations by thinking about them. They might run through some of the objections in their head, write some notes, and this is good preparation, but it's not practice. Verbal fluency under pressure is a completely separate skill. You can know exactly what you want to say, but still fumble it when someone is pushing back on you in real time. And every expert's been there. A call or a meeting that they went into feeling ready, but the wheels still came off. Voice AI helps to change this. It becomes a perfect roleplay partner so you can have this conversation out loud before the real thing. Now we're going to use ChatGPT for this, and in particular, it's voice mode. What we're going to do is upload a document, and this might be a proposal or a briefing document that we would send to a client before a meeting. And we're going to give ChatGPT some context around how it behaves in this conversation. We're asking it to behave as the client would and give it some knowledge of the client's likely concerns. So as part of this demonstration, I'm just going to upload a basic proposal that I would have sent to a client in advance of a meeting. And I'm about to have that meeting, and I'm expecting some tricky questions on cost, timeframes, etc. So coming back to ChatGPT, I'm just going to upload that proposal as a PDF here. And I'm going to paste in a prompt. We'll share a link to this prompt in the description of the video. Essentially, it's telling ChatGPT the client's role and how to behave in this conversation. We're able to add a few specific concerns that the client might have. Things like scope creep, pricing, timeframes, whatever that is, depending on your own personal situation. And critically, we're telling it to stay in character here. We want it to maintain pressure and not concede just because you made a good point. So the prompt we'll share has some placeholders to enter some of this information. But in this instance, we're talking to a CEO and budget holder, and they're going to be talking to us in a direct, commercially focused way. I've added a bit of information about the situation here and some of the questions that are likely to come up in the conversation. And there are also some rules here on how we start and end this role play. So we're going to make it so that when we switch to voice mode, we can simply say, let's go to start this. And then when we end the role play, all we'll do is say or type end role play. And at that point, it can give us some feedback. So let's send this over to ChatGPT now so it's understanding what it needs to do. It says here it's read the proposal and it knows now to stay in character. So rather than typing here, what we're going to do is use voice mode by just clicking on this icon here. You can see it says use voice, and I'm going to say, let's go.
All right, let's get into it. Before we go any further, 26,500 plus VAT for 6 months of leadership work. How exactly are we justifying that? Because on paper, that is a substantial outlay, and I'm not yet seeing the tangible commercial return.
But it's because the cost of not addressing this issue is likely much higher. You've identified a 27% turnover at team level, and management quality is a contributing factor. If this program helps retain even a handful of key people and improves leadership consistency ahead of your planned growth, the investment pays for itself very quickly.
You're talking hypotheticals. Show me something concrete. Where's the data from past clients that proves retention measurably improved because of a program structured exactly like this? If we're spending this, I need more than general claims.
Well, no consultant can guarantee the outcomes because it can measure changes and identify the next steps.
So we pay up front and only measure impact at the end?
Well, behavior change takes time. The 6-month structure allows course leaders to learn.
I'm still not convinced. If our leaders are already under pressure, how do we justify each one needing a full hour of individual coaching?
So you can see here, it's been pushing back quite aggressively on all of my points. And the conversation is certainly keeping me on my toes and making me think about how I'm going to respond to these questions. It's not going to be a perfect replica of your client, and that's fine. You're training how you perform under pressure, not trying to build a clone. So ideally, you'd run through this conversation 2 or 3 times. The first time, you're just finding your feet. The second time, you'll notice where you fumble. And the third time, you're actually preparing. And after the call, what we can do is say, end role play. And what it will now do is give us some feedback, a summary of our performance. It'll look at what we did well, what seemed weak, unclear, or unconvincing, and the biggest concerns that a client would have. So what's been unsaid in that conversation? If we really wanted to now, we could dig into some of our responses and perhaps ask ChatGPT for some good answers to some of the questions that were likely to come up. It's important that you're aiming here for fluency, not as if you're reading off a script. You're training how you would say things and how you would respond, not necessarily memorizing lines. And the underrated benefit of doing all of this before going into a difficult client call is that it settles you. You've already had a hard version of this conversation. You know where you stand, where you might get pushed, and you can walk into the call or meeting calmer for it. This matters just as much as the actual preparation. So if you've got a difficult client conversation coming up and you have ChatGPT, give this a go and hopefully you'll feel much calmer going into it.